Swadika, welcome to Thailand 2020. I am Tulip Naksomphop. This program will take a look into every aspect of Thailand's future. Thailand's railways are considered comfortable and inexpensive. Most foreign travelers would say that it's safer than travel by road and it's cheaper and more relaxed than travel by air. Thai government has a plan to make the country the logistic hub of ASEAN, so inexpensive and comfortable is not going to cut it. Rail system in Thailand was initiated during the King Rama V periods. The Royal State Railways of Siam was founded in 1890. The first part of Thai Railway was 71 km long. Bangkok-Ayutthaya route started in 1891 and completed in May of 1892. And the southern line Thonburi-Phetchaburi 150 km long was added to the system in the June of 1903, 11 years later. In 1951, the Thai rail system operator changed its name to the present State Railway of Thailand. Currently, railway tracks of Thailand are 4,431 km long in total, still operated by the State Railway of Thailand. The four main lines are the Northern Line, with Chiang Mai as final station. The Northeastern Line terminates at Ubon Ratchathani and the Lao border in Nong Khai Province. The Eastern Line terminates at the Cambodian border in Sakeo Province, and the Southern Line runs to the Malaysian border in Yala and Narathiwat provinces. Thai government has been trying to promote the country as logistic hub of ASEAN. Thailand has a unique advantage because of its geographical location. It provides easy accessibility to all major ports in the vicinity, including Japan, China, and India, as well as emerging economies like Cambodia, Vietnam, and Laos. Thailand has also committed to the South Asia Free Trade Agreement and the Indo-Thai Free Trade Agreement, which have improved its trade ties within the region. However, according to Logistics Digest, even with extensive road network and excellent air transport infrastructure, the logistic cost in Thailand is almost 20% of its gross domestic product, which is much higher than the neighbors such as Singapore and Malaysia. And today, Thailand 2020 is with Dr. Suchatvee Suwansawat, the president of the Engineering Institute of Thailand. สวัสดีค่ะ
สวัสดีครับ
Today we'll talk about the rail system. And as I understand that the Engineering Institute of Thailand just participate in one of the meeting about the reform of the rail system in Thailand.
A part of that, yes.
Okay.
Because at the end of the year, we organize Engineering 2014. It's going to be a big events about engineering, technology, all the thing. And a part of that is about the railway. What we're going to do about railway in the future?
Before we go to the future, I have to ask you, as of the president of Engineering Institute of Thailand, what is the state of rail system of Thailand at the moment?
I think you tell me right now.
When we start pretty much the same period as Japan, right?
That's correct. That's correct. 100 years ago, during the King Rama V, we are head of other country in Asia.
In the rail system.
Yes, we have the railway system. I think is among the first of Asian country.
We were pretty modest.
And even that, believe it or not, the fact that we have a diesel locomotive.
Right.
Before USA.
Wow. Okay.
We bought it from Switzerland.
And that's it.
Believe it or not, that is, yeah.
Right.
So 100 years ago, 139 years ago, we are ahead of other country. Don't talk about South Korea, don't talk about Malaysia,
right. South Korea just have
Japan.
that train not so long ago.
That's right, but right now, they can produce the technology themselves. And where we are right now, I think you tell me.
Where do you think we went wrong? Or at what point in time? Or
so
it
many things
started
happened together during the past 60 years.
Right.
The State Railway of Thailand right now, 139 years old. And at the beginning, we built a lot of rail.
Right.
Right now we have about 4,000
kilometers.
4,043 to be exact kilometer. But only 6% is dual track.
Okay.
So the 94% is still single track.
Which is mean the one train have to give way to another one
Correct.
to pass.
Yeah,
right.
have to waiting for another train come at the crossover. We call
right.
crossover. So you have to spend a lot of time, maybe half an hour, just waiting.
Right.
This is why the average speed of the train is about 30 km per hour.
Maybe bicycle is
That's why
fast.
the Tour de France bicycle right now, average is 50 km
Right.
per hour, faster
Right.
than Thailand
Faster than the train in Thailand. Okay.
That this is what happened, and people laugh. People think that what we're gonna do it's gonna be a trouble part from our generation to the next generation.
Right.
So it means that we got to do something now.
If we're not doing anything and the ASEAN education will happen at the end of 2015, do we have enough capacity or efficiency to actually handle whatever it is that's gonna come in 2015? Like try to promote ourselves to be logistic hub and with all these people maybe streaming in or our people streaming out?
This is a very good question, and a lot of people asking for it. And Thai people say that we got to have the best infrastructure. We got to have a high-speed train. We have to reduce the logistic cost. Yes, this is one element to become developed country, to become a successful country, but not the most important thing. The most important thing is creativity, innovation. We have to produce everything by our own to become like Japan, become like Korea.
Right.
And then, if we can do something by ourselves, we have to minimize our cost. So how can we minimize our cost? One of the major costs of us is logistics. Why? Because most of transportation, more than 90%, we use the road as the major mode of transportation. But right now, all the research papers say that the rail system, they come with the cheaper price per unit.
Right.
But now, if we believe the research paper, we read the statistics, that is, of course, it's a fact. And how about the railway system right now?
How about the development of
That's
the railway
right.
system?
And if we want to start, we have to do a high-speed train right now. Right now, we still have a single track.
So let's make it clear. What's the difference between the high-speed train and the dual track? I mean, high-speed train, what kind of speed we talking about?
Normally, people are talking about beyond 250 kilometers.
Right.
But is no textbooks
tell
us exactly about it. For example, in Thailand, we say that airport link, right now the maximum speed is 160 kilometers.
Right.
In the straight way, right? Become high speed already.
Right.
And enough for us.
Right.
250, maybe the speed is faster than we need or not. That is still need to develop the study.
If it become a choice between reform the track system to the high-speed train or the dual track, is it become a choice between the two?
I think right now, or the public confused.
Right.
Right now, how can you develop two high-speed train? What happened in railway today? You think we have the capacity enough to do anything?
It's more like jump across the mountain.
Correct.
Okay.
We have to pass kindergarten, elementary school, secondary school, high school, and then higher education, and then master PhD. That is the step. Everything like that.
Right.
We cannot jump from kindergarten to high school. It's not like that. Same thing. Right now, we see everyone agree 100% that we need to invest on infrastructure, the railway system. And people all agree that we have to develop our dual track over the country. This will help. But then, please come back to our structure of the railway system. People think about dual track for more than 30 years. What's going on right now? We're still very slow. So the problem is not money. The problem is how we manage it.
Right.
And then the people who manage it. So I conclude that if you want to develop the railway system, you need three elements. And you need it all. The first, you need the people. Right now, only 5%
person to do the job, you mean?
Correct.
Right
now, only 5% of the workmanship in State Rail Thailand get a bachelor degree. And average is beyond 55, 56.
Right.
Because government in the past focus on the road system, not invest in railway for a long time.
Right.
So then they not develop the human capital. And then you want to put some money in, how can they do it? How can they achieve?
Right.
Not their mistake.
So we have to develop the
Correct.
human resources too.
So first, human resource is
Right.
become the most important thing.
Right.
We lack of it. And later we're going to talk about the program to develop these people for the bachelor degree in rail system. And the second thing is, even you have a good people, but the structure still primitive. Law of the railway, can say that. It's kind of, I think right now,
100 years old.
not 100 years.
It can be
it's
like
about 60, 70
Is
years
it belong to the museum kind of railway system?
I used to be railway commissioner. when I saw the law paper, you cannot see the letter because it's look very old. For example,
Right.
it's very very primitive. So if we want to develop, first human capital, human resource, and second you need to restructure to help them. And to restructure is talking about the legal system, how you manage it overall, and you have to do it right now. And last, with money.
Funding,
Correct.
definitely.
So you need all elements. You need all elements. The most
But
important is human.
But we do have
structure and
funding,
money.
right? Funding, it seems like
Yeah,
among all three, funding, it seems like the easiest thing to get at the moment.
Correct. I think the previous government and government before that, right? They focus on the railway system. They put the money in. For example, hundreds, and then the railway, State Rail of Thailand can be able to use just 30%.
Talking about railway system, I remember like 5 or 6 years ago that actually Chinese embassy has a live press conference talking about how China will invest in the high-speed train in Thailand, and then it's just gone.
I mean, we welcome investor, but of course, investor may come. They have to have their own interest too.
Right.
And if their own interest match our interest in the acceptable level, it's okay. Talking about high-speed train, of course, we don't leave it.
Right.
We have to
We
start
would
it.
love to have it.
Talking about UK right now, UK still not have high-speed train,
Right.
but the rail system is perfect. They have dual track, and the rail system right now electric. But right now we still diesel. We have
Right.
to adapt to electric too. This another story. And even the US, no high-speed train yet, so they have to plan ahead 10 years. UK also, they have money, they have people, they have brain, they have everything, but they said to plan ahead.
So high-speed train is not the most important
now.
thing. It's not the thing that actually will indicate that our rail system is developed. It's more like how we organized it.
Not now.
Right.
We may need it, but in the future. But we not leave it. We come and start
It's not
it.
priority.
Not priority.
Right.
That's right. The priority is dual track. And just dual track. And you say that we have to build dual track. It's wrong. You have to restructure the state railway and build the new generation.
When you said when you said restructure,
this is the most important thing.
If we're talking about the tangible part of it, does this mean that you have to tear out all the existing
No,
tracks?
people hate about tear out. I mean, we can adapt. We
The
can adapt.
existing one.
Correct.
Right.
We can adapt. We have many good people still there.
But does that mean the current?
We have legacy still we believe in.
Is it mean that the current rail system have to stop its service?
No. We
We
can
do it part by part.
correct.
Right.
Yeah, we have many things to do it. We have many things to reorganize.
Right.
You talking about the many company like IBM, they never stop operating, right?
Right.
But they change from hardware to be a software size. They use a CEO from Nabisco that know how to make a service.
We really need good planning.
Correct. So something
Really good
right
planning.
now, railway still operate to take care of people.
Right.
But then at the meantime, we cannot let it go like this
Right.
forever.
Right.
Like we always did in the past.
In the past 60
So
years.
take care of people. And right now we try to put the pressure on them, on the same structure, on the same people. Like Einstein said, if you do the same and you expect different, you are a fool.
Right. You
So-
have to do something different.
You pressure to SRT all the time, and what the difference? No. So change mindset. We not pressure. We help them. We come to help them. Help them. to make them help the country. So we have to think about it right now.
So recently there was just a seminar on the Thai rail system development and we talk about it a little bit. Can you share us what is the agenda, the main agenda discussed in that meeting?
The main agenda is try to sense our voice of Engineering Institute of Thailand. That is, the government have to think carefully about redeveloping the rail system in Thailand.
Was there a government representative sit in the meeting or?
I'm not sure because there's so many people involved, but maybe I think.
Right.
And of course, right now I think they're listening.
Okay, so can you share us what's the brief summary, the conclusion that you get from it?
The conclusion we all agree that the three elements.
The three elements that you just told us
the human
before,
resource,
right?
the structure, and the sort of funding. These are all important. Altogether, we cannot lack of anyone. And the second is we have to right now we have to think about restructure the railway system of Thailand. Not only as a railway, but the metro system in Thailand too.
You mean the underground or?
Underground or elevated structure.
Right.
How we manage to have construction faster, have a fair system in the acquisition, and how to develop the land that right next to the station. Because right now we cannot capture the value.
Right.
Because the railway system, they bring a lot of value to the land, existing land over there, and then it comes from tax money for all the people.
Right.
We never capture everything. Mainly someone else captured it, right? Put in their pocket. Right now they can do it. It's legal. But for the other country, they are mature enough to talk about. If we use our taxpayer money to build the metro system and we build a station, the area around the station, we have to negotiate to get something back to the public, or to give something back to the public. We have to talking about it.
So they have to have some kind of property development alongside with the infrastructure development.
That the government have to be public and private have to join together. Correct. Like Hong Kong, like Singapore, everything is in plan, not just like that.
So what's the issues of connectivity with ASEAN or neighboring country was put on the table when you guys had the meeting?
Actually, right now, the connection between ASEAN is no problem at all. You see that we can fly by low-cost airline. Right now, there's plenty of choice.
But we heard that China and many other countries around us is trying to invest in the train system that actually can connect
because
all
it's good
these
for them.
countries together.
It's good for them.
But it will be good for us too, right?
We have to think about it. We have to think about it.
Okay.
I think we have to think about it. Of course, it's good for them. They can transport their good commodity product from the mid-size of China that cannot connect to the sea by the cheapest transportation mode. By the way, down to Myanmar, Laos, to Thailand, and Malaysia, Singapore. It's good for them.
Right.
And if it's good for us, it's perfect.
I mean, it also depends on how we manage it, and it probably will be a good chance for us to actually try to make it benefit us, right?
Anyway, to be a connector of ASEAN, it's good anyway.
Right.
So, I think bottom line is good anyway, but the methodology, how we proceed is.
Right.
This is the question.
So there was an agenda of green transportation mentioned in the meeting too. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yes, right now, you see environments have been destroyed so much, more than we think. And you see, only our generation, you see everything change.
Right.
Not part to our children or grandchildren yet, just our generation. It means, I think we hurt our environment so much. Talking about that, the railway system right now is safe, mostly safe.
Supposed to be.
Supposed to be safe. Supposed to be safe.
Right.
And cheaper.
Right.
And
but it's cheap, right? Right now, is it?
It's cheap, but the government have to subsidize a lot.
Right. Right.
So it's cheap for you, maybe free for you, but government have to use other money to put there.
So it has to be able to afford itself.
Some
sustainable.
Part of that. In organization, some part you should serve the poor people, to serve the public. Maybe free, maybe very cheap, and you subsidize. But it's a part, like the new dual track. if you use a new train system, electric mode,
Right.
like airport link,
Right.
and you use the same railway. Right now from 30 kilometer, if you have dual track, can reach to 90 kilometer. It's the same infrastructure. And if you have electric, you can reach 160 kilometer. So no need high speed right now.
Can
See?
we just jump from now to the systems such as airport link? Is it possible?
It's possible.
Or it have to be in between change first?
It's possible. Right now we have single track.
Right.
Restructure the railway. The reason why to restructure railway because we need a dual track. And right now we said we need dual track, but you not restructure the SRT. You're not gonna get dual track.
Right.
Because you get it from people, from management.
Right.
Right. So change the people, change the management, and then you will get the dual track.
But
and
the
then after you get the dual
management
track,
is changing right now.
it can happen. I mean, we need to have both.
Right.
And right now we change later than other country. So we have many case study.
Right.
See about it, learn about it, and adapt to ourselves. And then you need most important thing. You need leadership. Leadership that we have to go. And then you have not only the leadership to determine. We have to go there. We have to make a difference. We have to be better. And you need to communicate. Why we have to change to the people inside organization and to the public altogether.
So if we were to change from the current system, the single track to the dual track, just the normal dual track with diesel engine, like you said, if we start like let's say tomorrow, how long it take until it's able to complete the change?
If the same structure, it may be 90 years, 100 years.
Really?
Because in the past, you see, only in the past 60 years, we have only
You mean if we still
less
have
than
the same
1,000 kilometers, right?
You say if we still have the same management.
Thinking about logic.
What if we have a plan tomorrow to just restructure and make it a dual track but with the diesel engine? We start tomorrow, how long it takes until it completes?
10 years.
10 years. And what if we decide to, okay, we're not going to do diesel. We start tomorrow, make it dual track and make it like airport link, like electric train. How long it will take for us to have the complete system?
After the dual track, I will start it, I think less than 5 years.
Okay, so possible in next 15 years if we run to the change, we might be able to have the dual track with the electric train.
And then
And that's a
15
hopeful
years,
thinking.
And in 15 years, our maturity about our system, about high-speed train may be arrived.
Right.
And we will develop everything locally. And in 15 years after we have everything already, high-speed train come, it will be seamless, it will be perfect.
And 15 years is actually a positive thinking between us. But hopefully it can happen.
You may see the rail system will be the major mode of transportation
Right.
within 15 years. If you start it now,
Right, we just have to start it now.
15 years is
So we
fast.
need human development, we need restructuring and legal system, and funding. We definitely probably have no problem with that. Well, thank you very much for your time today. I think it's a very fruitful conversation and very interesting, and hopefully next 15 years you'll see something totally different.
My pleasure.
Thailand transport infrastructure has always been in a grand plan of the country's development in every government. The rail system reform has said to be long overdue. Will Thailand still consider a key player in the region as a logistic hub? The updated rail system will be part of the answer. And until we see you next time in Thailand 2020, I am Tulip Naksomphop.